So the OnePlus 8T is here, and like always, there's been a great deal of hype about this phone. And since I'm still using its predecessor, the OnePlus 8, as my daily driver, I was hoping that the company would introduce some important and necessary changes on the OnePlus 8T. Matter of fact, I really like the standard OnePlus 8 as is. It's one of the most comfortable phones I've used thanks to its light, thin build quality. Additionally, it is also among the handful of compact premium phones available in the market right now. The performance is stellar as well with the 12GB variant that I have with me. The battery life is solid and the display is top-notch too, although it settles for a 90Hz screen instead of OnePlus 8 Pro's smoother 120Hz. And as you can tell by now, the only thing that I wished this phone had was a good or just reliable cameras. The cameras on this thing are just better than popular mid-range phones such as the Poco X3 and the Realme 7 Pro. And whenever I was on a hike or I was traveling, I always ended up wishing I had another phone in my pocket. That's because most of the time the OnePlus 8's cameras messes up with the dynamic range or overcompensates on the contrast, making the images look unappealing to say at the least. So I was almost desperately hoping that the OnePlus 8T would improve on this crucial aspect, but it was absolutely disheartening to see how OnePlus has completely neglected the camera department, and instead make upgrades elsewhere, which I don't think was necessary to begin with. First, they upgraded OnePlus 8's 90Hz screen to a higher 120Hz one. Sure, 120Hz is going to feel a little bit smoother, but I believe 90Hz is adequate, especially on a fast phone with the top-of-the-line Snapdragon 865 chipset. Second, OnePlus has replaced the 30-watt charging with a 65-watt fast charging protocol called Warp Charge 65. Again, I don't think anybody was asking for this. It does not necessarily improve the user experience, and you know that faster charging means more heat dissipation, and it also affects the battery health in the long run. According to OnePlus, the 65-watt charging retains more than 80% battery capacity after 800 complete charging cycles. This is actually less than Oppo's 65-watt SuperVOOC 2.0, which is capable of maintaining 90% battery health even after 800 complete charging cycles. So if you ask me, the 30-watt warp charge is still wickedly fast and yes, reliable. Moving on, I think what the OnePlus product team in the last 6 months should have been thinking of was how to improve upon the OnePlus 8. And naturally, the first thing that popped on their minds should have been the cameras. I really appreciate how the company is improving in terms of optimizations and all, but still, the 48-megapixel Sony IMX586 sensor is like 2 to 3 years old now, and I think they should have given the OnePlus 8 Pro's camera sensor instead, which is much better. Therefore, if you click a lot of photos and videos like I do, the OnePlus 8T again is going to disappoint. And for me, the Samsung Galaxy S20 FE that I am currently testing is just better suited for most of the buyers, as it comes with not just better cameras, but a versatile one as well. Plus, it has IP68 water resistance and wireless charging on board too. So as the title of my video suggests, OnePlus has definitely brought some noticeable upgrades on the OnePlus 8T, but hasn't quite improved upon its predecessors. So that were my thoughts about the recently launched OnePlus 8T. Do you think the OnePlus 8T is a proper improvement over the OnePlus 8? Let us know in the comments below. Till then, I'm Pratima and thank you so much for watching.